Welcome everybody. My name is Gord Stothard, and I'm going to be speaking to you today about the IAMGOLD story. I first like to start with thanking 121 Mining Investment for setting up this conference. A couple of cautionary statements. I won't go through them in detail. I'll leave that up to you. So looking at IAMGOLD, we are certainly well positioned for profitable growth at this time and place. We've got a great diversified operating portfolio with 3 operating assets. We do have a compelling growth story with currently developing, building the Côté Gold mine and also have a shovel-ready project at Boto in Senegal. And I'll speak to both of those a little bit later. We're in a good financial position. We're well funded and able to execute on our growth strategy from within our existing balance sheet. We have had for many years a strong culture of accountable mining. Our zero harm vision has been in place since 2007, and it really is how we conduct ourselves and how we operate. Not only at home, but around the world. And beyond the current growth projects, we have an exciting portfolio of exploration assets and continuing on the success that we've had with our exploration program in past years. We really do feel that the growth path we're on is sustainable for a long period of time. A quick map of where we're at. We've been in all of these jurisdictions for 25 plus years. We were founded in West Africa, where we have the Essakane mine in Burkina Faso. We've been in South America for a long period of time in the Guyana Shield area. We have our Rosebel mine in Suriname in South America. And we're also in Central and Eastern Canada, where our Westwood mine is located in the Abitibi region of Quebec, and our Cote mine is in construction in Northern Ontario. Very balanced portfolio of assets, and explicitly have built this portfolio to demonstrate that balance. This slide sort of speaks to our existing operations. As I mentioned before, we have Essakane in West Africa. It's our prime asset and certainly our biggest money spinner. It's been a steady producer for several years, producing around 400,000 ounces to plus on a 100% basis. We own 90% with the government of Burkina Faso holding 10%, and will continue to be producing into the future. Our Rosebel mine in Suriname in South America has been operating since 2004, currently producing between 200,000 and 300,000 ounces a year. But as we look at it over the next few years, with the contribution we're seeing from the Saramacca satellite deposit, we do expect to see some growth in production out of Rosebel in the coming years. Westwood in Canada, in Quebec, in eastern Quebec, sorry, in northern Quebec is our smallest asset. This year coming up, we'll produce 45,000 to 65,000 ounces. And we will be working on restarting the underground operations there. We really do look at the Westwood mill as the hub to a camp, if you will, in the Abitibi, with a number of spokes, not only the Westwood mine, also the Grand Duke open pit that's on the same property as Westwood, and the Fayolle property, which we acquired last year, about 35 kilometers away. We're working on permitting that small open pit right now, and eventually we'll look to bring the Rouyn Gold project into production. Rouyn Gold being located in the city of Rouyn, about 40 kilometers away from Westwood Mill. On the back of the growth we're expecting to get as we build Cote and eventually build Boto, it really does position us and demonstrates dramatic growth for our company over the coming years, and against a portfolio where not a lot of investment is being made in gold mines, and that strong growth and the ability to sustain that into the future, I think will really transform the look of our company. as we move forward. We continue to build long-term value. Obviously, the existing assets are providing cash flow in the near term at current prices, and we do see opportunities to improve that from the existing sites over the next couple of years as we build Cote, looking to bring that into production in 2023. We'll see substantial growth at that time, and when we're ready, we will embark on the full construction of the Boto project, which is currently being de-risked with work on detail engineering, access infrastructure, and other infrastructure. And all the while we're doing this, we do expect to continue to invest in our long-term pipeline with projects like Nelligan and Monster Lake in Quebec, the Gosselin deposit off the side of Cote, as well as other properties in and around Boto in West Africa and around Rosebel in Suriname. As I spoke earlier, we have had a lot of success in developing our production profile, and that comes on the back of reserves. A lot of companies in the industry for several years have not really invested remarkably at all in reserves, choosing instead to consume their reserves over time. We, on the other hand, have continued to invest in exploration and have had demonstrated success. We do see a little decline year over year from last year with the sale of the Sadiola mine this past year, as well as depletion at the existing assets. But we do, as I mentioned earlier, have a pipeline that will allow us to increase that going forward. Slide really speaking to Côté Gold is truly a tier 1 asset, nice long life, substantial production at excellent cost profile. And together with our 30% partner, Sumitomo, we're very excited about bringing this project online, and the construction continues to go well. A little bit of a slide speaking to the economic impact of Cote on a 100% basis. You can see it at current prices. This is a spectacular project for us, and will add substantial value and generate returns long into the future. And with exploration success like Gosselin, we expect to be able to be working out of Northern Ontario for many, many years. You can see how we are valued next to others in our peer group. And really, there is, I think, a bit of an overhang on the stock right now related to the construction, but we are very focused on executing that construction successfully within the cost envelope we've given ourselves and within the time frame, and feel very confident as that project continues to move forward and we demonstrate strong cash flows from the existing operations. We fully expect to see this value gap being reduced and hopefully even surpassed. The slide sort of speaks to our current financial position. We have long-term debt due in 2028, so well outside the development timeline for Cote and Boto. Balance sheet, nearly $1 billion in cash and cash equivalents as of the end of the year, and another $500 million credit facility untapped. So we are fully funded to execute on Cote at this point in time. We do have our balance sheet is certainly a leader amongst our peers. We are a net cash, i.e. we do not have any net debt, and we continue to manage our cash position very prudently, especially as we're executing on these development projects. As I spoke earlier, IAMGOLD has had a long history of strong performance in the area of ESG, not only through our efforts with Zero Harm, but we have been recognized externally for the work we do. Certainly during COVID, we were able to work with our host countries and provide assistance and in a number of different forms. And we're very proud of this record, and it's certainly something we continue to strive to improve upon. So COVID for everybody in 2020 obviously was a bit of a challenge, but it's going, it's in control, and I'm really proud of what our team was able to do for us. We certainly continue to demonstrate continuous improvement in the area of health and safety. Again, that's one piece of the ESG puzzle. Obviously, we need to look after our teammates and continue to look for ways to get better and better with our health and safety. A robust pipeline of projects coming in behind Cote and Boto. Probably too many to talk about in this short time frame, but we will. We would invite you to look at our website and look at a number of these projects. You can see our exploration pipeline is quite balanced between the jurisdictions where we operate, but it's also balanced in terms of the stage of projects that we're looking at, and we continue to look at ways to fill the bottom of the pipeline. Upcoming catalysts for 2021, Rosebel returning to full mining, Essakane completing its mill optimization project, and obviously news on Cote and Boto as we advance those projects. And with that, I think I'll close.